And they saw this thing up on the roof, and they're like, got out, and they like, what is that? Is that a man? No, it's this giant wing thing. Freaked out, start driving, and they're driving, and this thing was flying right beside them, and they're going like 70 miles an hour, still right beside them. They said it was screeching at them too.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And they hit 100 miles an hour, and it was still tracking with them. And then they like pulled into like the police station or something, and it flew off. Starts off in 1774.
Ooh.
And it has to do with the Shawnee tribe.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, 1774 in West Virginia.
Okay.
There was the Shawnee tribe, and they had formed an alliance basically with the colonialists, because at this time, it was the American Revolution, all that stuff was happening, and Chief Cornstalk got basically, they had this peace treaty, and Chief Cornstalk of the Shawnee tribe, their treaty was broken because they were like, what was it? They started taking over more of his land, and so he went to the guy that was in charge. I didn't write any of their names down, but the guy that was in charge put him in a prison with his son, and it was basically to keep him hostage so that the Shawnee tribe wouldn't attack the fort and stuff.
Yeah.
And while he was being held hostage, there was this American that was killed by a Native American, but it wasn't Shawnee. But these people formed this basically group, and like, we gotta kill Cornstalk, we gotta kill a Shawnee. And so they went in there
accusing them when they didn't do it.
Yeah, they went in there, killed his son, killed other Shawnee people that were in this prison, shot Chief Cornstalk. I think they said like 8 times or something. But before he died, he placed a curse on them. And he said basically like, you shot me when I came here in peace, and basically I curse this land. You will forever be haunted. Blah, 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 blah.
Scary.
Then we started to see in the 1960s stuff in the same area where Chief Cornstalk was shot. That's where we started seeing appearances of this Mothman.
That was the first appearance? Like there was not
that we know of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recorded.
Or that was well televised and stuff.
So in the 60s, what did they start seeing?
Well, so there's a lot of weird stuff that happened. I'm just going to try to wing it a little bit. People were reporting seeing this winged figure, demon-looking thing with red eyes. And when this group of people talked about they're driving past this old manufacturing place where they used to make weapons, and they saw this thing up on the roof, and they're like, got out, and they like, what is that? Is that a man? No, it's this giant wing thing. Freaked out, start driving, and they're driving, and this thing was flying right beside them, and they're going like 70 miles an hour, still right beside them. And they said it was screeching at them too.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And they hit 100 miles an hour, and it was still tracking with them. And then they like pulled into like the police station or something, and it flew off.
Dude.
But there's so many people before this hit the newspaper, there was like within this week span or whatever, there was like 10 accounts of people encountering this Mothman. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
But along with that, people started reporting in the same area UFOs.
No way.
And this is the creepiest one. It was in 1966. There were many people reporting UFOs that were close to this World War II weapons factory. And then this one encounter, actually a couple of people encountered this, but this one man talked about this. He was driving, just your normal average dude, driving at night, and all of a sudden this UFO just comes down right in the middle of the road, slams on brakes, gets out of his truck, and this man walks out of the UFO. And they said he was just he didn't look right, like kind of almost uncanny valley.
Yeah.
But he had this giant grin on his face.
Oh, no.
And he said he was speaking telepathically with the man, and his name was Indrid Cold.
Indrid Cold.
And they said he was just asking the strangest questions, like questions that a normal human wouldn't ask, like just weird questions. I forget what the questions were, but they're like, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Then he would get in his UFO and boom, take off.
He was
But
smiling.
this is what's creepy. This is a sketch of what the guy said he
gosh.
kind of looked like.
Dude,
Look at that.
I don't like that.
But apparently, multiple people encountered this Indrid Cold guy.
Oh, and so they're saying other people are saying they saw this guy.
And this is
Oh,
all
yeah.
taking
Describing the
place
same thing.
in the same region that Cornstalk cursed.
Yes. And
So
then,
I wonder if it looks different over time. Like if that curse can look different to different people.
Mm.
Or
Yeah.
if it attracts other things.
telling you, Haunted Cosmos, they broke it down pretty well of like
Yeah.
these spirits and
I haven't listened to
stuff
him yet.
like
I'm
that.
excited.
But then it was in 1967. So after all these people were seeing the Mothman and these UFOs
Yeah.
and just crazy stuff.
Ingrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indrid.
Indrid
It's INDRID Cold.
Indrid Cold.
Indrid Cold.
Got it.
Very weird name.
Yeah.
1967, in this town in West Virginia, they had this bridge. It's called the Silver Bridge. And while people were driving on it, they said that they saw the Mothman fly up onto the bridge. And then within minutes after people reporting the Mothman up on the bridge collapsed.
Oh gosh.
And 20 minutes after people reported it, and 46 people died on that bridge.
Oh my goodness, dude.
But they said anytime they would see this Mothman, something terrible would happen.
yeah.
Like someone would die, a bridge would collapse. But it goes even further. Apparently, it's not just a West Virginia and U.S. thing. It's a worldwide thing.
Oh gosh.
There's other people describing the exact same thing.
Yeah. So
Sketchy.
examples of other people seeing around the world. Chernobyl.
No.
Yep, the
way.
nuclear power plant. Days before it exploded and stuff, the people working at the Chernobyl power plant reported seeing this winged creature man. They called it the Blackbird of Chernobyl.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Then some people reported seeing the Mothman in New York City the morning of 9/11.
No way.
Yeah, and that's the picture of the supposed Mothman on New York on 9/11.
That is wild. That goes way deeper than I thought it did.
Is that right next to the World Trade Center?
I don't know.
That picture?
I don't know. But then apparently in 2019 and kind of like currently too, people still see it. The Chicago O'Hare Airport.
Mhm.
Tons of people at the Chicago airport are seeing the Mothman, especially in 2019. Talking about security, air traffic control, and pilots all report seeing this winged creature man standing at least 8 feet tall with red beating eyes.
It's like a hot spot for him.
yeah,
Weird, man.
yeah.
And I wonder what it is about those certain places.
I don't know.
Because if it is based on a curse or something like that, that would make sense. But golly, dude.
Yeah.